I'm excited to welcome on a top guy in 2023, Royal Brown. What's happening, my guy?
Good.
Not much, man. Well, you were on a couple months ago, and you continue to pull in more and more offers. Most recently, schools like Cal have been offering you. Just take us through what it feels like to be in the position you're at right now, in terms of offers, in terms of where you're at, just basketball wise.
Um, it just feels like I don't want to be like cocky or anything, but it just feels regular. Like
Mhm.
I'm still a kid. I'm still doing everything that a kid would do. So it's not really like pressure or anything. It's just the same.
And you're a guy that everyone looks at as clearly, I mean, by the offers you have, you're an elite player. You're a top guy in 2023. ESPN rankings obviously didn't put you in there for whatever reason, but based on your value, academics, college wise, schools want you. I mean, where do you see yourself kind of rank up now in the 2023 class?
I feel like I'm definitely one of the top players for sure. Just off like just off like my skill and that I know how to play like like I could play with a bunch of group of good guys because I know how to like be a good teammate and stuff.
And when you see that, I mean, seeing the rankings, I know it's obviously not the ultimate biggest thing in the world, but what kind of chip did that put on your shoulder?
Oh, definitely, it definitely humbled me, and it definitely, well, I wouldn't say it humbled me, but like it got me to like think, okay, yeah, I got to put more work in. So I just been after those came out, I just started like working extra hard.
Absolutely. And let's get into those offers now. You have a lot of them on the table right now. DePaul, UNLV, Texas A&M, Seton Hall, Miami, the list goes on. Who's showing the most interest right now?
Right now, Miami, Texas, and Creighton, and a few others, but those three are like the top that's showing the most.
Let's discuss those. Texas is a school, Big 12, a little bit far away from New York, but a big time program, have a lot of great guards from there. What do you like about Texas?
Um, I like I like just like the coaches, the coaching staff. I like just like being around there. I have family in Texas, so
Mhm.
it'd be good to like get down there soon for a visitor sign, like after this coronavirus.
Coach Tucker Smart, he's a coach that everyone seems to love, one of the best developing coaches in the country. Do you have a relationship with him much yet?
Not really. Like we've spoke before, but I have my most relationship is with like most of the assistants.
Gotcha. And another school you always mention is Creighton. Coach McDermott's another great coach, been there for a long time now at Creighton. What's kind of your vibe about Creighton? What do you like about them and Coach McDermott?
Creighton, that's just a great school in itself. Academics is up there, and their basketball is obviously up there too. I think Creighton just is it's just like a good. It just like everything, like just the vibe of the coaches. They just treat me like family already, even though I'm not even committed.
And there's a guy out there just commit there, Ryan Nemhard, another guy that's a really big time player. When you see a guy at your position go to a school that's a high level guy like yourself, how much more appealing does that make a program to you?
Um, when I see another person like that's the same position of me commit, like I don't really stress too much because I know what the coaches are telling me, and I know I if I go in there and work, then anything is on the table. So if I just prove myself when I go in there, then I should be good.
Now, if whatever Ryan does out there, I mean, if he's a guy that can get to the NBA in 1 year or 2 years, how much more appealing will that make the program to you?
If he does leave, then I just open everything up for me. Basically, just I think if he does decide to leave, and that's on him, I think he could. I just step right in, take over his spot, basically.
And so if a program is able to get a guy to the NBA position, does that make it a lot more appealing that they got a guy just like yourself to the NBA?
Yes, definitely. That definitely like opens my eye a little bit more towards the school, or just it just makes me see like, oh yeah, they got this guy. So if I work hard, I could be the same thing.
And Miami's another school that's a big time program, ACC school. What do you like about what they have down there?
Um, I like the environment. Miami, we right near the beach. Florida, it's always hot because in New York it's cold in the winter. So I like that, and I like coaches and some of the players that go there now. just been texting me, like just hitting me up and stuff.
Made a good point there. I think that's something some people are kind of confused about in terms of why guys don't always look at Miami as a top option. You're by the beach. It's Miami, one of the best places people want to go live at. A historic program as well. How appealing would it be to possibly live out there in Florida, live that lifestyle, and just play basketball at the University of Miami?
That'd just be great. Cause coming from like where I come from, you really see people like make it out of here, just make it somewhere, like college, anywhere. You rarely see it, and you rarely see like palm trees and stuff. So I think that'd be good. And I never been to Miami before.
And we see some guys like Benzie Joseph go out there, a top level guy in 2021. A lot of those other top guys recently have been going there. But why would you think that some guys don't want to go to Miami? Why is that maybe not necessarily the hottest attraction right now?
Um, some people might. I mean, I heard people like don't want to go out there because like the schools like they party a lot or like it's distractions and stuff. That's what I've been hearing.
And you personally, I mean, obviously, I think a lot of colleges have the distractions. You can always get yourself away from the court in that aspect. How would you be able to maintain yourself? How would you be able to stay locked in and ignore the side distractions?
Um, with me, like when I go there, I know why I'm going there. I'm going there for my academics and school and try to possibly get to the league. So like if I'm focused, then I'm not gonna let anything take me off my what I'm looking and working towards.
That's awesome, man. You also have a couple HBCU schools. We know all the movement going on with that stuff. Is this something that's ever kind of crossed your mind? Would you be appealed or consider possibly going to HBCU?
Yes, I have a my interest in HBCUs are is a lot right now, just for the simple fact of what's going on in the world. I just want to change like if I could really change the culture, I'm gonna try my hardest.
That's big time, man. Now, out of the schools that have yet to offer you, but have talked to you, I mean, who showed you the most interest but have yet to give you the offer?
Xavier has been like contacting me for a long time. Some of the new schools that like have been um showing interest in me is Vanderbilt, Stanford, East Carolina, Rutgers, and Marist.
Now, you have schools all over the country. We already discussed Miami, Texas. Is staying close to home, is staying in New York something that's appealing to you at all?
Um, Not really. Just for the simple fact that like I live in New York, so I've been everywhere in New York to
Hmm.
be. I kind of want to like explore like like really the world. But if a school in New York like was like really recruiting me and really telling me the things that I need to hear, I have no problem going to school in New York.
Gotcha. Let's talk about high school now. First freshman season's in the books. Solid year. Well, can you get you the ups and downs of the year? What was your freshman year like?
Freshman year, um, it was pretty good. Didn't end the season the way we wanted to, but I think this year we got a better shot at like winning a section in state. But I don't really even know if they're having a state this year because of the corona.
And you had a couple of breakout games. You had your career high, 36-point game. What was that game like?
That game. Well, actually, I know like the people on the other team, and they're like kind of like talking crazy before the game, so I had to go crazy.
Now, what separates you in those type of games? I mean, you're capable of obviously scoring that kind of game anytime you get on the court, but what changes mentally compared to other times?
I think the bigger games that I play, like the bigger environment, like the better people we play, I think I rise up to the competition pretty well, and not just do me.
Now, how was the idea of transferring someday? I mean, I think the big prep schools, the national schedule schools are something that's appealing to a lot of guys. Is that something that's ever crossed your mind? Will you ever consider that for your junior or senior season?
Yeah, most definitely. Like my brother, he went prep
Hmm.
from a school out here, so I mean, if I don't need to, then I probably won't. But if I just always like to keep my options open.
Let's talk about your brother. He obviously is a big time guy as well, has some offers as well. What's it just been like, though, growing up with him and just having basketball running the family?
Growing up with him is just it was like I'm not gonna say it was hard, but he definitely pushed me a lot to be who I am today.
Hmm. That's big time, man. Now you were growing up in middle school. You went and made hoops. I was part of a lot of big time games there. What were those days like?
Those days were like kind of the most funnest because I was like my seventh grade year, like I have never played like with like a sponsored team.
Hmm.
So like that was my first year with a sponsored team, and then I just went right into made hoops. I didn't really know what to expect, but I actually did. I did pretty good for like just for like my first year with like a sponsored team.
And you were going to run with NY Renaissance, a big time program, EYBL, if that obviously happened this past year, though. But why'd you choose them?
Um, I have a lot of like good connections with the people on the team. I feel like that'd just be like the best move for me to make going forward.
And you also have in your bio Lit Royal. I kind of have an idea about why you might have that, but why is that kind of your nickname? Why'd you put that there?
People like that's kind of my nickname just because like I'm just like a lit person to be around, like just like a good vibe and stuff.
And that is something, I mean, that's something that's fun about you. I know there's different characters in the locker room. You're able to balance where you have fun, you still focus on the court. How do you learn to balance your attitude both on and off the court?
Um, on the court, like if you do something wrong, I wouldn't say like I'll get on you, but I'll say I I try to critique you or correct you on something.
Hmm. No
And
doubt,
off the
man.
court, I don't really get mad at stuff like that. Like I really just don't even get mad. I just be chilling.
For sure, man. You always know there's one thing I like wrapping up talking about, and it's building a legacy for yourself. So when you are done wrapping up playing basketball someday, what do you want to remember for? What do you want your legacy to be for what you do both on the court as well as off of it?
I just want people to remember me for me, not anybody else, just me. I want people to remember me for whatever I do on and off the court. I'm just trying to like leave something for people to remember me as for one and just be me.
Absolutely, man. Well, I definitely appreciate you taking time to come on today, my guy, and look forward to seeing what God got next for you, bro. Of
Thank you.
course, man. You know you're always welcome on, man. God bless.
Right.